Yo, I respectfully disagree podcast. Saturday. Weather starting to get nice outside. It's getting real. So that real quick, y'all. I'm trying to get my live settings, see if I can change it to public. And see if we can get on the road. But today's topic, top 5. Shout out to my guy E. I'm using his terminology today. Top 5 cults. And what we mean by that is basically the wildest, craziest fan bases. You want to elaborate on that, maybe? What's your definition of a cult, E?
My definition of a cult
Yep.
is a nation of people that just is high on, as far as like what we're talking about anyway, high on a specific team, specific entertainer, player. They only acknowledge the good and never the bad. If we're just speaking solely on what we're doing today.
Is this just like sports related, or we're talking
it's
about
just sports,
music,
entertainment, like
just in general,
just entertainers, or just sports teams, sports figures, rappers, singers, actors, don't matter.
Oh, so anything.
Any
cults.
Anything.
Okay. Well, I feel like everyone's number one.
Sure.
Everyone's number one coach should be MAGA, but
It's stupid.
I think that's the biggest fucking coach out there is the MAGA coach. But if you want to stick to just like entertainment and sports figures, then we can discuss that. But I know that it's going to be a little bit different from us just because we're all fans.
I mean, if you want to,
mine is personal.
I mean, if you want to say, the red hat, because I heard you say it. Throw that on there.
I mean that, but
it's on my list.
Like it is like I feel like that's the number one cult. Over 70 million people subscribe to that. So I mean,
yeah,
that like if we wasn't discussing, if we was just discussing entertainers and sports figures, it'd be different. But you just said cults in general.
Just in general.
And so that's number one.
Like basically
that's number one. Everything.
The most annoying.
Yeah. Everything that has been going on in the world.
Because I call it cult just for the trolling part of it. But it's just the fan base that we find annoying the most.
Yeah.
And
what do you find word, you can say annoying.
What do you find annoying about these certain cults? What's annoying to you? Because it might be different.
Like I said before, like when you're basically explaining something about something, and that's all you talk about is just the good and not the bad. Like, don't leave the bad out. Like, if you're only talking about the good, then this person or this team, they can't do no wrong, or this. What he number 47? This 47th president, he can't do no wrong.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's my definition of it, because like people, it's more so like it's what I used to say to you a lot of times, tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I'm a person that operates fully off logic. At the end of the day, a lot of this stuff is opinion based. Technically, there is no right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Help me understand your logic for why you're in favor of something opposed to what it is that I'm in favor of. And I'll sit down and respect your views and your opinions once I deem it logical.
Right.
But once you just sit here and start talking, it ain't got no kind of weight to it. It's just a bunch of opinion, feeling, emotional responses. Now you're annoying to me, and you belong in this cult.
Yeah.
Because you're not even operating off anything that makes sense. You're not operating off anything that's factual if we're going to talk about sports from a statistical standpoint, from a standpoint of we actually watch this shit. Tell me about a game or a moment that explains your logic.
Right.
And if you can't do that, then shut the fuck up talking to me.
Got you.
Because at this point, I don't value anything that you're saying because you don't have nothing to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel this person is the best, tell me why. Don't come up with some shit that's just your feelings as to why. Break it down in basketball terms, football terms, whatever. We just the other week, we was like, you said the scenario about the Super Bowl. And I said, I think Peyton Manning is the best quarterback I've ever seen. And I'll tell people, I've watched this man come to the line, look, audible, change some shit, and throw a touchdown.
Omaha.
And hit Reggie Wayne straight up the seam for a 60-yard bomb.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, when you really go back and look at the history of football, there ain't a lot of quarterbacks that you can see. You see it. I don't give a damn how many Super Bowls Peyton Manning got, bro. He was a bad man. So now it becomes debatable when you start like, oh, well, he only got 2 rings versus 7 rings. And it's like, damn, okay, if that's your argument, I really ain't got no leg to stand on. So I'll concede it. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of be like, all right, Tom Brady, because of what he done throughout his career. But if we're going to strictly base it on the quarterback position,
you'll never see another fucking Peyton Manning. I'm sorry. I've said this plenty of times about Peyton Manning, dude. I seen a little thing with Lil Wayne when he was on what's Ryan Clark's them show? Pivot.
Yeah.
When they asked him, Fred Taylor asked him a question like, who's the GOAT? He said Tom Brady. It was like, not Peyton Manning. You know, he Peyton Manning from Louisiana. And he was like, nah, Tom Brady. And he was like, because of the rings. That's the logic, because of the rings. And I'm like you, I ain't never seen another quarterback come up to the line. Touchdown. As soon as he hiked the ball.
That's when
you'll never see that, bro.
That's a student of the game, bro. That's somebody who understands the game, understands the coverage. He done put the work in to know what he's looking at. So how we just gonna diminish and water this down just to a ring conversation and throw out the fact that New England had some of the best fucking defenses during that run?
You give Peyton Manning those defenses, Peyton Manning got 8 Super Bowls.
And I'm like, bro, keep it real.
Give him the top 5 defense in 12 of those seasons with the Colts. He have 8 Super Bowls.
A lot of the games they won was shootouts, bro.
You basically had to outscore Indianapolis. When I seen him pick apart Ray Lewis and them, I'm talking about put up 50+ points against him. I mean, that says it all right there, man.
And that's when you sit down and have a conversation with people and then they start breaking down from that aspect of it, you got my full attention. Because now we can actually engage in sport. We ain't got to both agree with each other. If you disagree, then cool. But I know that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The analytical approach.
Yep.
It ain't just oh man, he got 7 rings, bro. Nobody's got more rings than him. Joe Montana 4-0, right?
4-0.
He was never even a part of the conversation ever.
Joe Montana.
Some people say I never saw Dan Marino play.
Bad motherfucker.
So it's like when you start hearing people mention names and they back up what they saying, it's like, all right, bro, you know what you talking about.
Dan Marino was pretty much like how Barry Sanders was at his position.
Or Calvin Johnson.
You're
the
best player, but on a terrible team that's not giving you any type of help to get you to the next level. Granted, he did make a Super Bowl appearance. Of course, they lost to us. But he did make it to the Super Bowl. Ain't gonna take that away from him, but he didn't have the necessary pieces that he needed to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Did he have Snowflake? Snowflake.
Stupid, man.
That's Ace Ventura joke.
Plus, he took Ace's gum.
Hey Ace, you got any more of that gum?
So that to me is what intrigues me the most. That's why when I used to be on social media heavy, going back and forth with people, in my mind, I'm trying to present logic, circumstances, situations to justify what. Oh, you just a LeBron dick rider, you a Bron sexual, and then when you start talking that goofy shit, man,
it turns you off from wanting
fuck out of here, man.
Turns you off from wanting to debate anything when people start to insult you and curse at you and stuff. Like, I have no problem debating someone, but once you start to take personal shots at me, I know I won because you clearly have nothing else to bring to the table other than insults, and B, it's like, what's the point? Like, this is over with. There's nothing more for me to do. The fact that you feel that you have to take a personal shot at me just because I made a point and you can't back it up. It's just, what's the point? And
that's what I was trying to tell you the other week when we was here talking about the Kendrick thing. And shout out to my daughter Paige, man. I've been riding around all day listening to Drake, okay? And Paige back there boiling. Turn this off. I don't want to hear this. Kendrick beat him. Oh. I said, what's up? I was like, where have you been at to listen to Kendrick Lamar? I was like, you don't even, I said, name 3 Kendrick Lamar songs. Man, she shot out about 10 or 11.
Oh, wow.
I was like, you know what?
The kids.
You got it. I was like, you got it.
But that's how we used to be, though. Like, we wasn't supposed to listen to the music we was listening to, but we found a way.
But do Kendrick got music out there that little kids ain't supposed to listen to? I don't know.
Have you seen those videos?
Luther.
The babies love Kendrick. The babies love. When I say the baby, I'm talking about toddlers, infants. They love Kendrick.
It's something in them beats, man.
Yeah.
It's something in them
beats.
Beats.
It's crazy.
She shot out Luther. She said humble. You ain't heard this shit with me. Where you listening to this? I was like, man. I was like, you know what? You got it.
Yeah.
She's like, Dad, can I borrow your charger? I said, say Drake is the GOAT. You can't. She wouldn't say it.
You did that.
She wouldn't say it.
You see the one where you see the one where Buddy told his daughter, said, I'll let you out this corner if you say LeBron's a GOAT. And she said, nope.
Her ass would have been in timeout all week. So here we go, man. Here we go. Great opening.
Yeah.
Discussion. But it's like we've kind of had these talks amongst ourselves in terms of just talking about fan bases and how people emotionally respond to different things. So we're here. I can't speak for y'all. I'm gonna piss some people off today. I already know it, and I don't care.
I don't either, because I can fight and we can meet wherever. Especially this one I'm gonna name.
Ooh, let's get this started, dude. I like this.
Let's roll.
I like the negativity. You know me, I'm for that. Let's go.
Peyton got a soccer game tonight.
We can meet anywhere and get 3 rounds in when I name this. I promise you.
Go ahead.
If you on the live, let me know if anybody comments or whatever, because I still can't get it to work yet.
I'm on there. Go ahead, name them. I want to hear this. The negativity. Let's
top 5. So 5 is quote unquote the least worst.
Yeah.
Number 1 is like it don't get no worse than this.
Yeah.
Worser.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Yeah. 5. Mine's really kind of like all sports related. Okay. 5, and I hate to say this, just to put this at 5, but they grew on me over the years. These fans haven't been that annoying, because they would be like 2, maybe 3, but the Kentucky Wildcat fans. Y'all are 5. Y'all not that annoying no more.
Why is that? What changed?
Because we done been humbled.
Because they've been humbled.
Okay.
That's why.
We won a championship in over a decade. Shit.
The University of the Kentucky Wildcat fans is my number 5. Any other time you asked me this question 10 years ago, y'all won. Hey, hell, like I remember in the Cards versus Cat, man. Quick story. First fucking met this nigga. I wanted to fight this.
Everybody in there.
I
did.
wanted to. He was the only person where if I had a conversation with somebody about sports and he'll hit me with some shit, I'd be like, shit, I ain't got no fucking comeback. I can't wait to see this. But I know I'm gonna run into this nigga somewhere, dude. I know I am. Boy, I wanted to fight this dude, man. But yeah, Kentucky Wildcats is my number 5. Number 4.
Uh-oh, he had to take a deep breath. Shout out to Cuz on the YouTube live. Appreciate you, fam.
Number 4. It's crazy me saying this, but number 4, it's the Steelers fans.
Oh wow.
Mm.
I feel like they done kind of died off too.
That goes. Who's that? Is that our cousin Aaliyah?
It's a lot of
Ain't
them.
she? Yeah,
It's a lot of
man.
them.
Oh wow.
But them Hines Ward years and all that.
Like
Oh,
Like way
man.
back when, these
man.
Steelers fans and shit, boy, used to irk my nerves. Shout out to my brother Tim diehard. I don't think there's no a diehard Steelers fan than him that I know.
Okay.
That's the one that you met at my birthday party that year. Like he diehard, hard Steelers fan. He ain't bad like how everybody else is though.
Black and yellow.
Shout out to my bandwagon wife, because when I first met her, she diehard Steelers. She had the Hines Ward jersey, and I ain't seen a black and yellow nothing since then.
Yeah.
I thought she was a Patriots fan.
That's why I said bandwagon like a mug. Whoever winning is where she was at.
3, these punk ass Dallas Cowboy fans.
I was waiting on that.
You know what? Because I love Bubba Dub for this shit. Because he the one that starts it. They always have the shittiest schedule every year.
I didn't realize it till
they
the last
have
few years.
they have their little run. Shout out to Durr. He a Cowboy fan too, ain't he?
Yep.
They have their little run where they beat up on these little bullshit teams. They be like 5-1, maybe, 5-2, 6-2, whatever. The moment one of these fans say it's our year, I have the biggest Joker smile on my face.
It's over.
Oh,
from
we
there.
got him. We got him.
Down the drain.
We got him. This is a tie for 2. The cult of LeBron and Michael Jordan's bald-headed ass. Right now, I hate both fan bases. I'm not going to speak on y'all two. I'm not going to put y'all in that category.
Okay.
When we talk about this whole debate about the GOAT, it's like you said earlier, what's the criteria of it? What are we basing it off of?
But here's the thing, and I'm not gonna interrupt you. I'm gonna wait until I do my list. Oftentimes, when you have those debates or you hear people have the debates, it's not basketball related.
No, it ain't.
In my opinion.
No, it ain't.
Once people start talking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with the game of basketball, that's when, in my opinion, I know I got you.
Yeah.
You just fucking talking to be talking. Go ahead.
Yeah. But the debate should be dead. That's what we said last week. It's what you prefer. If this who you fuck with, cool. This who you fuck with, cool. The thing I hate the most about it is, like you said, there ain't no logic with the whole argument. You know what I'm saying? Like, kill the debate. If this is who you like, that's who you like. I don't like the fact that when people talk about both players, they only talk about the good. Let's talk about the bad.
That's fair.
Let's talk about the first 8 years or 9 years Mike didn't fucking make it out the fucking first or second round.
That's the part that people just sweep under the rug.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
let's talk about LeBron's struggles. His first, 7, 8 years. He made it third year in the league, I believe.
Yeah,
third or fourth.
fourth.
But I just don't like when we have these talks, all you talk about is the good. Y'all don't never talk about the bad, because you have to put that in there as well. Because if we having this conversation, I'm Team Jordan, you Team LeBron and shit. We basically going to each other's necks about the bad shit, but we don't mention it when we're talking about this player. We don't talk about the flaws.
At all.
And that's what I hate the most. Like it's cool that we talking about this, and that, like the good, and but also mention the bad as well. But
Real quick, shout out to Corey that did the last episode with me. We was talking about March Madness, and I told him I wasn't sold on Auburn and Alabama giving them everything they can handle today, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn's tough, but
yeah,
depending on the matchup, bro, like I can't see it. Go ahead, my
yeah,
bad.
but they tied for a second, and the number one Colt. Sis, I love you. I don't know if she's looking at this shit. And some of you other females that I know that are diehard fans.
Oh wow. Number one?
Number one. And I'm talking about she got all the first place votes. Unanimous.
It's gotta be
Fucking Beehive.
I knew it.
Mm.
I can't stand them fucking fans.
Interesting.
Don't get me wrong. She got a couple like nice little hits and shit like that. What makes her so fucking spectacular is what I want to know.
That's the $1
I
million
don't even
question.
think that she was the best fucking singer out of Destiny Child. I always said it was Kelly Rowland.
But her dad was her dad pushed her to
I mean, we get that.
I mean, yeah, that's why.
We get
she's
that.
gonna get that push
We
regardless.
get that. I think it was Kelly.
I think
I
I thought Michelle's like the best singer. Michelle Williams.
Look, y'all done made bro take the glasses off. Oh shit.
You remember when she was on 106 in Park and
Come
she
on,
failed? hey, that is like 106 in Park headset right there.
Beehive my number one and shit, man. Cause like I just feel like even though, you know what I'm saying, her dad pushed and shit, I just think that she capitalized, which is a power move for real with her linking up with Jay-Z. And like I said, I'll die on this amount alone. People say whatever. I don't think she'll be where she was at, where she is now if Leah never died.
I honestly think that's a fact. I know there's a lot of conspiracy and shit surrounding all of that, and then how that tragic event happened, and then boom, she kind of elevated into that spotlight. To me personally, shout out to P. Looked like he joined in on the live. Perfect timing.
There's a Chuck said no, Michelle, bro. Kelly is a good argument. He said Michelle was the best Destiny Child member. I want what you drinking, bro.
He said push the button.
Yeah.
Look, wrong button.
But that's bro, man. That's who you prefer. I'm not arguing that.
I'm not going down this avenue, but I feel like Jay-Z falls into that same category as well.
Yeah.
If a lot of those events pop big,
Big L,
Pun, if none of them die.
I don't know about
if
I'm not
a
Pun.
lot of
Pun was
those
nice, bro.
events
Pun
don't
was- yeah, Pun was
transpire,
gonna stop Jay-Z though. I mean, from
I don't know, bro. Like you
Pun
got
would stop Fat Joe. Fat Joe probably wouldn't be.
it's
that
like
big.
I don't know if he got a fan base to the point where you
Yeah.
can call him a cult,
Lean back.
but it's like
Who you talking about? Ho?
Jay-Z.
What, the
I
Hovets?
fucking
The
hate that
Hovets?
conversation, bro.
The Hovets.
Jay-Z to GOAT, Jay-Z to this, Jay-Z, like I fucking hate it. And what really boils my blood,
Grinds my gears.
Hove got $1 billion. What the fuck does money got to do with his ability to rap and make music?
yeah.
I fucking hate it. If you want to piss me off, start talking that Hove is the GOAT shit.
Charles said Jay is number 2 for him. Number 2 far as what?
Worst fan
base or like far as like in hip hop, like greatest MC.
I think he said
It's a lot of ifs in there.
a lot of the word is fan base stuff.
There's a lot of facts in there, bro. Look, hold on.
Oh,
'cause
Jay is not
shout out to Pete.
Jay is not original at all. Tell me what song he killed with other rappers. None. Because I can name one. Because that song he got with Beans. Hell, all his songs he got with Beans. Beans killed him on every track.
So if all of these things are true, how does that make you the best?
True.
And it's like, again, we've had this conversation several times, bro. We was growing up, people was not listening to that. You may have went back and you had a newfound respect for it the older you got, and you appreciated Reasonable Doubt and all that shit. But when that first came out, nobody was
listening.
running to the
Yeah.
record store to pick that up.
Uh-uh.
Because we talking about peak Cash Money, No Limit.
Mm.
Motherfuckers was going to get the DMX shit.
Yeah.
People was picking that up before you pick up a Hove.
I think
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, bro, how do we get to rewrite history and change it?
that beef with him and Nas put him over the top. That put him.
Nas killed him, by the way.
Well, yeah, but still though.
Yeah.
But which is crazy then. How do you win the beef
16
But
platinum
lose-
albums.
but lose the because it's like Nas.
And Charles said this,
But-
and this is a fact. He stopped DMX's push.
Facts.
Jay-Z ended up becoming president of Def Jam.
Facts. To me, I
Well,
feel like
but
he's a
DMX,
crook,
but
bruh.
DMX also has some other issues that.
I mean,
He has some other issues too.
But he was the bigger
stay,
artist.
If you stay away from the personal shit,
Yeah, but it was
like
hard.
he real deal stopped because DMX was the only threat to Jay-Z and the East Coast.
Yeah, but DMX was like he had that he was addicted to heroin, bro. So it's like he was having some off the field issues.
Man, get at
Plus
me,
he was
dog.
doing movies too.
Get at me, dog.
Exit Wounds.
So
That
think
was
about
good.
it, P, because I'm talking to you now on the Instagram live. So when people's like, oh, 16 platinum albums, and it's like, okay,
16 platinum albums.
Who got the Hove?
I guess I don't know.
Hold on, does Hov have 16 studio albums?
I don't know.
I don't. That can't be right.
Your guess is good as mine.
That can't be right. Don't get me. And I'm a whole fan. 16.
I don't know.
Do you know how many albums you have to put out to have 16?
But that's where I was getting ready to go.
I don't know
When
about
you
that,
when
bro.
you heard that number or you see that number, and then you sit there and like think about Michael Jackson. When you start spitting out Michael Jackson numbers, bro, you like Thriller, Off the Wall, like you like
Bad.
instant
Right.
classics come to mind. So when you start thinking this is the greatest rapper ever, and if I gotta sit down and think about what bodies of work and it don't just spit, nah, bro.
But see-
The math ain't math.
But see, like even with that, it's like, what's the criteria? Because are we doing numbers or are we doing
Preference. Of,
preference
yeah.
or like?
If you do numbers, then you got to put Jay-Z up there.
But is his numbers higher than the white boys?
Who? Him?
Yeah.
That I'm not sure.
That's a great
but
question.
ooh, that's not look good. Pause real quick. This game is good, bro.
I'm paying
This
attention. I got it on
know
both TVs.
We're trying to do this, but this game is very good. Like this is crazy. They Auburn is getting some calls they probably shouldn't get, but anyway. But I don't know. I feel like Eminem may have outsold him, but you have to think about the demographic issue.
It's
There's
all
a lot
preferences and
you got a
opinions,
lot
of course.
you have a lot of of that fan base who they like, oh my god, this was just Caucasian rapper we can get behind. I mean, because they prop up certain rappers who have no business, like Ryan Lewis, Malcolm Moore. Like, come on, bro.
But that's what I'm saying, and it
Like,
goes
this
back
stuff
to
is
our
trash.
topic and what we talking
exactly.
about
Yeah.
when you start thinking about cult fan bases and stuff. Because I'm like,
You mentioned Eminem too.
Yeah.
That is the perfect, because that song he made, Stan.
Yeah.
That's exactly what these people are. I call them stans. Those Stan fans, those accounts on Twitter are some of the worst.
Mhm.
And for me, I'll let you finish, but for me, right, those musical stands, the Drakes, the Kendricks, the Nicki Minaj's, those are some of the worst.
yeah.
So, but yeah.
I'm gonna go next, man. I'm gonna kick off mine, man.
All right.
I got it written here. You said Beyonce was number 1 for you. I got
yeah.
her fan base at number 5.
See, you're not trying to sleep on the couch tonight. You're a smart man.
No, it's like
You don't think he's irreplaceable.
it's like I don't have too many run-ins with the Beehive because I know better. And it's like I don't even feel like going down that dark alley at night, even having a debate and go back and forth with people. But similar to what you were saying, it's like to me, I don't think she's a vocalist.
Hell no.
So it's like when you start talking about she's the best, she's the queen of everything, I'm like, bro, she can't sing.
Or dance. Like every time she dances, she's like she ready to break something.
I don't know if I can agree to the dance part because she was killing it. You know, she be killing it. But I can't. The singing, okay, that's.
And I know
depending on
it
your
makes
ears,
me
but
sound like a hater. I get it.
Her dancing,
Her dance is
hey, bro.
her dancing
For the
is
beat,
mid, bro.
to be the size that she is.
It's I'm gonna put it to you like this. It ain't natural. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at how Leah was dancing in her music videos. Like everything's smooth. Like Beyonce, and I'm not hating on her, but Beyonce do it. It's like she's trying to do way too much.
Mm-hmm. As a
You think
performer,
the choreographer,
as a performer, you tip
okay.
your cap.
Yeah.
As a performer, you give
yeah.
it to her. An
She puts on
entertainer.
a fantastic.
She put on the show, yeah.
Like
I give
when
her that.
her tours,
Yeah.
like when she goes on tour, they sell out for a reason because she puts out a fantastic performance.
But it's like, again, it makes me sound like a hater. And I feel like today's superstar artists benefit so much from social media and the streaming aspect of it. Whereas back in the day, you had to physically go get an album.
And Chuck just made a point. Fucking boy, hey, I can't even say this on her because people watching. But Shorty on Dreamgirls, Jennifer Hudson,
Yeah,
smoked her ass on Dreamgirls.
But she's not a good. She has a fantastic voice, but she's not a good performer. Like,
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
like
because of who she is,
yeah.
she gets certain roles.
Jennifer Hudson, she played a fantastic like Aretha Franklin. She's a way better actress.
Oh, yeah.
That's why she got the Oscar.
Yeah,
Like she's fantastic. Jennifer
And that's why I
Hudson's
said
doing
it.
her thing. Yeah, it's
It
just a
makes me
different
sound
energy.
like a hater. It does, but please understand that it's not me just sitting there trying to piss on her, but I'm saying that when you start thinking about accolades and having the most Grammys and having the most this and the most that, for me, you would think the body of work comes along with it. When you start thinking about your Whitney Houstons, your Patti LaBelle's and things like that, I don't think she has tracks that are equivalent to some of their best work, but yet she's the most decorated artist. So it's like you think about today's music and streaming, and it's like, oh, such and such hit 1 billion streams. This person hit that, and it's like, well, shit. If I put this song on repeat back to back all day long, it's gonna run the numbers up. But I keep referencing and going back to Michael Jackson because it's like, bro, you talking about a time period where people had to physically get up and go get a copy.
Mm-hmm.
So if a motherfucking album go diamond, 10 million people got up and went and got that shit.
He had fans like
like
he didn't even have to say anything. You just stand right there.
Made motherfuckers
and
faint.
It just oh my God, Michael. Right.
He said, my bad, 14 platinum albums. Going back to the Jay-Z thing.
14, but still though,
that's
14?
A lot though. That's a lot.
Damn. Well, I mean, I guess he's if you include like Watch the Throne, all that he's done. Yeah, dang.
But I think his career catapulted once Kanye got behind him.
Remember that video that we seen?
Can't argue it.
Yeah, but remember that video that we seen when Buddy was like, when the fuck was Jay-Z that was ever the best rapper each year? Remember that video?
Nobody can point out that time period.
Wayne had the rap game on a chokehold for what, 4 years running? Like they broke it down each year, and then when you really look at it, they be like, yeah, when was Hov the best rapper that year?
That's why I feel like the Carters, no disrespect to them, Beehive, don't y'all come for me.
They're gonna be on the cast tonight.
I feel like they have benefited the most from the court of public opinion, social media, and all of this, because now it's almost universal across the board. And you have so many people that will say that they're the best simply because they don't want to go against the majority. That's truly how I feel, because When did it happen?
Yeah.
When did they make that decision?
When did this go from, bruh, we grew up in the no limit Cash Money era. By the time we graduated high school, for me, Kanye was hitting his peak.
Yeah.
So then you get
When did you graduate?
I graduated 03. That was Through the Wire and all that was
Yeah.
wouldn't know
when
if
did
I don't know
College
if I-
Dropout hit?
Yeah, but I don't know if I call that his peak.
Bruh, Kanye came on,
But
and
that-
when I don't mean in terms of him I'm talking about his music.
Okay, that's when
I'm
he's
talking
that's
about
when
the
he's
music.
when he dropped.
Because
You got to think he's doing all the production and all that for
because he definitely did the Dynasty.
He did the
He did the Dynasty on.
Kanye was working
Yeah.
his ass off during that window, bruh.
the Black Album and shit.
So then you hit Mixtape Wayne. Then Jeezy had a run.
That was hell of a run too.
So I'm saying, bro, when did it happen?
Chuck said Jay-Z got noticed when what we said, Biggie and Pac got killed. Reasonable Doubt, even though I think it's a classic album because that album is fire, don't get me wrong. But it only went gold.
Reasonable Doubt did.
Yep.
So think about how many
So how many
albums went platinum
Yeah, he said 14.
in hindsight. People going
So
back.
he had to go platinum from the first volume on.
Volume
had
1,
to, yeah.
Life and Times of the Shunk.
Yeah. Had
Volume
to.
1.
Anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Okay. So you
That
got-
could be a whole episode in
I know,
itself.
right? Just
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
So my number 5 was the Beehive. My number 4, Trump supporters.
Yeah,
That-
just 4?
That's how bad the top 3 is. That's how bad the top
Damn,
3 is.
that's just 4?
So when it comes to
This is insane.
Colts,
Oh my God. Woo, that's some real hate right there.
Right.
bro, like his first term is when you really like, all right, now wait a minute,
Mhm.
okay. Throw the politics out. I'm not here to discuss politics. If those are your political beliefs, then cool beans, whatever. But when it comes down to just human decency and having respect for people, the things that he was saying, and didn't nobody raise an eyebrow,
Mhm.
and so many people was backing what he was saying.
Mhm.
And then he got elected and won, and then you literally saw a shift in behavior
Yep.
and how
Yeah.
people was talking to people. People think that they have the authority to step up and intervene in what somebody else got going on. And it's like, wait a minute.
He gave the other side a lot of confidence.
You putting batteries in a lot of people back.
You empowered a lot of people who over the years have always felt like that, but they didn't have the necessary avenue to let those emotions be expressed, because it's always been something. I mean, racism has been, it's part of the country. It's always been a part of the country since well before you were born. That's just a part of life. But when he first got onto the scene and he started, making his political aspirations, one of the first things he did was start that movement, that birther movement. Try to say that, President Obama's not really from America, he's from Africa. So that's how it all started, and then people started noticing, like, hold on, he's not that person who will just say whatever he wants, and he's going to say it with so much conviction. It sounds like it's going to be, even if it's not true, it's going to sound true, and people listen to that. People love the fact that people can say something with so much confidence, and empowers them. It was that 2016. Early 2016, well before the election, he was doing his rallies. He did a rally here in Louisville. I was still dating this girl at the time, and we had gone to a Louisville game. It was their senior night. We're walking by the rally at the convention center. The entire rally was no more than a Klan rally. You had Confederate flags. You had, white power. I'm walking, and you have this old white lady. White power, white power. And this is what, he empowers these people, and he doesn't speak out against them. So it's like,
Right.
Yeah, it's like he not
You ain't
only-
gonna denounce
he enables,
nothing.
He enables these people. And it's like, I thought we would be over this once. I mean, he got impeached twice. Like I thought that would have been enough, but the fact that
So that's when you know it's a real cult, and it's like it doesn't matter what he does.
they calling this man
You're
the
gonna
king.
you're gonna figure out a way to ignore it. And like I said, that's where I drew the line in the sand. Once it comes down to just blatant disrespect and disregard to people as humans and treating people with decency, then nah, I can't rock with you. And
Mhm.
I guess based on everything that we saying, it should be higher than number 4, but Dallas Cowboy fans is number 3 for me.
My man.
The Dallas Cowboy
how crazy
fan
that
base.
is?
No,
That you have
My
to
man.
be.
My man.
listen to me, dog. Like, listen to me. And shout out to my guy P if he's still watching on here. So I'm on record, and I'm gonna say this. We grew up in Clinton, Kentucky. That is the bottom corner of Western Kentucky. There's not a sports team anywhere near us. The closest at the time was the St. Louis Rams.
Mm.
So you got to think at that point. I don't even remember what grade we was in when the Rams hit their peak. Marshall Faulk, Hope,
1999 to 2000.
I think they, because I think
when
they
they were the best in the
moved.
world. That's when I became a fan. When they became the
I think they moved to St. Louis. I want to say it was like 96 or 7, I believe.
So I'm saying, like, bro, we like 6th, 7th grade or whatever, and it's like, all right, cool. That's what the hot team was at the time you watching sports. I never had an allegiance to a sports team growing up.
Right.
I always followed players.
Right.
I'm like, bro, I remember I got a Terrell Davis jersey for Christmas. Orange has been my favorite color. We was in the 7th grade, bro. Shout out to them. When we did our starting lineups, we all stood up. They call our name out. We saluted. That was a movement.
Right.
So I'm saying, I'm like, during this time period, bro, this is when Dallas Cowboys was popping, supposedly. This the last Super Bowl. The last Super Bowl was what, 96, 95?
95.
Yeah.
They three-peated, didn't they?
No.
They didn't three-peat.
So what I'm saying to y'all is I don't remember this window when the Dallas Cowboys was just everything under the sun.
America's team.
So we go from middle school to I'm 40, and it's like, this is America's team. We the best. We just, what the fuck are you basing it on?
I mean, if you look at what's going on in America right now,
You-
technically they're right. If you look what's going on in America right now, technically they're right. You know, we are a country that praises mediocrity, and they have been the most mediocre team in the last. They haven't won a Super Bowl since the Clinton administration. Do you know how long
we
ago?
haven't either.
Yeah, oh, my
But we've
bad.
been there.
But listen to the
We've been
logic.
there, though.
Damn, that's tough.
Listen
But
to the
we've been there, though.
but
But you guys don't have that prestige.
here's the
that
thing
they-
that I'm
they put out
going to
you
give
guys.
y'all a pass for, because we sold the most merchandise out of, we the most selling team in the whole way. What? Why are we talking about jersey sales when we talking about football? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are y'all talking about? This is America. This is our year. And like, I hate it, but I love it. Like you said, as soon as you hear somebody say this is our year, shout out to Mr. Turner. Shout out to James Turner. Hey, this Auburn game,
is
crazy,
This
dog.
game's going crazy. We're trying to do two things at once. We're trying to. Oh my God, this game's going good.
But it's like, I like trolling them. I like going back and forth. You try to give them credit when you feel like it's due. I thought Dak and them in their early years, they were solid.
When Dak first started, I was like, okay, they got their quarterback for the future.
I think when he broke his
But
leg,
niggas started being on some beige tan khaki nigga shit.
So it's
True
like,
colors came out.
so it's like right on cue every year. Yep. You and Dak the same complexion.
fuck both of y'all. How about that?
Spring is around the corner, man. You can start tanning.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm sorry because I don't go to the tanning bed like you. That's the only reason why I got the wild membership, bro. So you go to the tanning bed. You're not fooling nobody, bro. Come on.
It's supposed to be in the 70s this week, man. You can lay out back. You can lay out back and
You
tan,
got the
man.
blue out ready to go.
Man.
Wait for it.
But it was like, at that point, that's when it became comical in terms of like every year we just waiting for the collapse. because of the arrogance
Of
of
the
the
fans.
fan base. So they definitely top 3 for me.
Who's number? I got here two. What
Number 2, Number
I know
2.
2 and 1 got to have Jordan in there.
number
Got to.
2,
Mm.
LeBron haters.
They're a cult.
That is
That's
a
a cult.
I
fucking
like that.
cult.
Yeah. I said that to you when we was
Do you
talking.
hear me?
I like that.
We talked about that.
It ain't got nothing
We
to
talked
do
about that.
with basketball. It has. I'm like, dude, and the fact that the algorithms for social media throws this shit in my face every time I wake up.
Mm.
Soon as like people that I do not follow, I don't have no affiliation with them. Every time I open my social media, it's an article about LeBron and something negative, and it's constant. And for me, I read the comments because I just want to see if somebody's going to bring a logical argument to the table, and I've yet to see it. It's just a bunch of stupid ass reasoning. And right now, the hottest topic right now is Stephen A. and LeBron.
Yeah.
And oh
Oh.
wow. Upset alert.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. I told
See, I
y'all,
like
bro.
that look right there. That
March Sadness. March
Yeah.
Sadness is here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about this, but that Alabama Auburn game just ended on a buzzer beater, and Auburn just got up. What can you call it an upset?
They number one in the country.
Yeah, oh yeah, number 17. They're going to look at it. But you gotta see this.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Midi.
He got it off. He got it off. Yeah,
It's
game.
good.
He got that off.
So the question now is going to be, does that change the possibility of them getting a number 1 seed or not really?
No, they're still
Yeah,
going to
they're
get
gonna be
number
number
one
one.
seed.
If they lose, if they don't make it to the SEC championship game,
They'll
I
be
can't
different, but
see it.
they're still getting number 1 seed.
But it's like, shit, now that's going to make Duke number 1
Yeah, they'll be number
overall.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
overall,
Duke's gonna
yeah.
be the number 1 overall team.
But they're gonna lose us anyway. So
Look, I should have put y'all at number 6.
wow.
Hey, bro, look. Hey, it's been a rough decade. It feels
Yeah,
like.
about 13.
Yeah,
13. Let us have this, bro.
Y'all
Let us
got it,
have
bro.
it,
Y'all
bro.
been, you
Y'all
know, and
got
what's
it.
crazy, but Kentucky fans they've been tearing us up, bro. Even when we were
Right.
down, y'all was kicking us while I was down. I ain't never seen so many L's down. We got Kenny. What is his name? What the hell is this damn dude's Kenny Payne?
Kenny
They
Payne.
They doing over L's down. Like, come on, bro. You know we ain't gonna win nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Just let us y'all do y'all thing.
So going back to number 2, because this is important for me, because like I said, I enjoy reading it, and then I'll get to the point where I just get pissed off because all up and down my TikTok, that's all you see. And I'm like, people have figured out that as a content creator, I can dedicate a page to just shitting on LeBron and I will get paid for it.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You know where they got that from, though.
And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, is any of this even authentic? It's like you're logging in and you're just figuring out ways to say the same shit over and over. Bro, it is 2025. And I can guarantee you on a weekly basis, I see somebody mention 2011 daily.
Out of Mavericks. Fine.
And I'm like, why the fuck are we still talking about this?
They seen Skip Bayless make a whole career off this.
A whole career. And I'm like, bro, like, do you even genuinely feel that way? Or you're just waking up because you know that there's a whole fucking cult of people that they wake up to just piss on LeBron all the way to the point to where you piss on his son. And I'm like, dude, let's keep it a buck. I'm not going to go all the way into this conversation because we already been on for 45 minutes. But I'm saying, I was having a conversation yesterday on somebody's post, and I'm like, if you look at this year's rookie class, the whole entire fucking class is horrible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bronny James at the 55th pick is averaging 1.4 points per game, and that's the laughing stock. But I counted, it's at least 12 picks that was higher than him. Some are in the first round that don't even average 2 points.
Or they're in the G League.
Like why
And the fact, if we're going to talk G League, he's averaging 22 points in the G League,
Yeah.
and his peers don't even average 10.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is this even a conversation? coming from a standpoint of a parent, if you look at the bullshit rhetoric that Stephen A. and them was pushing,
Mm-hmm.
it's like y'all not even covering the rest of the rookie class.
Right.
You're bringing a topic about my son simply because of what his last name is. Motherfucker, I'm not going to let you bash my child and embarrass my household name just for the sake of fucking clicks and arguments at the expense of my son. I'm checking you. I'm like, bro, it's parents that if a teacher say something to their kids, I'm driving up to the school. So what the
I do
fuck
that
makes
plenty of
y'all
times.
think that this is any different?
Yeah, I have no issues with LeBron.
Zero.
Like it's supposed to. It's not just because of. I mean, I get it that Bronny plays basketball, but you're not checking him over that.
Yeah.
You checking him because his last name is James, because that's my son. You're speaking on
He
him.
questioned that man as a father.
Yeah, it's like, come on, bro. He's lucky. That's all it happened because the wrong person would do more than just say something to you. They put their hands on you.
And I'm saying all of this because I'm like, bro, this man just signed $100 million contract.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You getting paid $100 million to not even cover sports. You just up here spewing your opinion as facts. And the fact that you got a whole group of people that follow what y'all saying and regurgitate it. I'm like, come on, bro. That's a cult. Number 2, LeBron haters. That's a cult.
Mm.
It ain't even no logic behind it.
What's number 1?
Number 1. I don't even know how to present this because I do not dislike this man.
Nah, we got to fight. I know who we gonna say.
I grew up watching him.
Mm.
He's
Oh,
plastered
yeah.
on my walls in this
Mm.
basement.
Oh, we got to fight.
Mm.
You better not say Kobe.
No,
Okay.
no, I gave
No.
Kobe a pass, even though
Okay.
I wanted to put
That
Kobe
man
on this
is,
list.
That man is currently not plastered like the
Nah,
other
I
one
got a
is.
little shrinery or whatever you
I'm
want to call it
looking right at
with
him right
some
now.
Kobe stuff, but that's simply because I respect Kobe's game.
Right.
I respect what he gave to the game of basketball. My number 1 is Jordan lovers.
Mm.
Bruh, I fucking hate Jordan lovers with a passion. Do you hear me? Like,
Hey, you ain't got to tell me.
at this point, bro, there's no fucking logic. There's no, like, listen to me. Throw LeBron out the fucking picture. I'm not even going to use LeBron to make this fucking argument. Last year, Anthony Edwards had a great fucking run. Oh, he's the next Jordan. Jordan-esque. Jordan this. He flies through the air like Jordan. He's the closest we gonna get to Jordan. And in the minute that man had a downfall, I ain't even gonna say a downfall. He ain't having the year this year that he was having. See there, I told y'all he's not like Jordan.
Right.
He couldn't piss in Jordan's boots. He could shut the fuck up about Michael Jordan, bro. I fucking hate that. I'm so fucking serious, bro. I'm so like, dude, listen to me. I'm serious, dog. Like, I'm so passionate about this to where it makes my fucking skin crawl. Like, dude, I coached elementary school basketball for 5 years. Do you hear me? 5 years. I come into practice. I got on a pair of LeBrons. Your shoes is trash. You need to get some Jordans. You don't even fucking know Michael Jordan, bro. You ain't even old enough to know fucking Jordan with the Wizards. So people are passing this shit down to their kids, bro. Like,
tell me a 4th grader selling.
nah, I'm ready to swing on these kids, bro. Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense how we're passing this shit down generation after generation. This man has
Like
not
racism.
played ball in 30 years, bro.
Passing down love of Jordan.
Michael Jordan has not laced up a pair of sneakers in almost 30 fucking years. Why is he the topic every fucking day if it's not to piss on all the current athletes and all the current players? If I was a player, I would be so fucking angry and I would get fined because I would come to the microphone every game. Don't ask me no questions about no fucking Michael Jordan. Don't compare me to no. I would literally look into the camera. Which camera is mine? And point to it.
Can't take the hood nowhere, man.
That's what Anthony Edwards needs to say.
Nah, hey, he probably would.
Who gives a fuck about Michael Jordan, bro? Don't compare me.
His favorite player, KD.
Bro, I'm like, dude, why do I have to be like every fucking thing, like everything I do is compared to a motherfucker. If we're gonna be truthful, the shit that y'all are saying he didn't even do. It's campfire stories, bro. That motherfucker is the original T'Challa. What's his name? Black Panther.
T'Challa.
Like, it's a fucking comic book character at this point, and I think that's the problem that I have. We all grew up watching Jordan, bro. We've seen him miss game winners. We've seen Michael Jordan get fucking cooked on the court. He was human. He was normal. But when you talk about him today, this motherfucker is so above the game now to where he locked up every defender. He made every shot. Every free throw he took, he shot with his eyes closed. Every last one of them. And I'm like, y'all are going off y'all fucking childhood memories, bro. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. But let's insert some logic into it. Let's be realistic. So that's why I'm passionate when it comes to that GOAT debate and shit. Because I'm like, bro, it don't matter what anybody says anymore.
Yeah, that Last Dance piece really was like Jordan, just like his PR run.
He had to make sure the newer generation was reminded because he knew somebody was on his bumper. But we ain't gonna go down that hole. My bad for taking so long, guys.
No,
guess what?
You had to get it out.
Like, listen to me. I just bought some fucking Jordans the other day. I do not dislike Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a killer for his time period. And I don't even want to say that because in the 80s, he had the best statistical year that any athlete could have ever had. And he didn't win shit that year. So it's like, how does he keep getting a pass for that? If we're going to use this measuring tool, 10 scoring titles, defensive player of the year, all this shit. But when he was at his peak, it wasn't equating to championships. It wasn't until he learned how to play with the rest of his team and they incorporated Phil Jackson when the Bulls started winning. Those are fucking facts. That ain't an opinion. His highest scoring season, he had averaged what, 38?
38, yeah.
Could nobody in the whole entire league stop this man? But guess what? He didn't win shit.
Huh?
That's a fact.
Huh? But the rings, man, the rings.
Fuck them rings, man. Fuck them rings.
Oh, okay, so it's on me.
Sorry, guys.
You got it. You feel you get it out though. Feels cathartic. You know,
it ain't all out yet, but go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He had a Charles Barkley moment.
Man, you know. You're right. Shout out to Barkley.
That boy, that shit was funny as hell.
He's becoming the king of the LeBron haters. Bro.
I love when he talked.
Well, hell, him and then Kendrick Perkins going back and forth. Man, man, y'all wild, boy. Y'all supposed to be working. The network's supposed to be working together and stuff. Like
the only thing that I agree with what he was saying is like, okay, we understand that the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors is having a nice year since the trade deadline.
Yeah,
but where's this coverage at with the Cleveland Cavaliers and Oklahoma City Thunder? They're 1-1 in both respective conferences.
Unfortunately,
10 games above second.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they just don't have the same.
I mean,
I get smaller markets. That's smaller.
I get that, but
they don't move the needle in return to what the sports media they deem necessary for them. Those stories. That's just how it is. Unfortunately,
I totally understand that, but when
I get the frustration,
when your two top teams in both conferences is not getting the coverage that these fucking what Golden State, what, 5 right now?
I think 5 or 6.
Come on, bro.
But here's the thing.
You got to put that on TNT though, too.
Because I watch them. I watch all these shows every day. They don't open up the shows talking about them, but they do cover them. And I feel like that's a false narrative that Charles Barkley is running with. It's just, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Even when fucking Kevin Durant and Westbrook and them was in OKC, they wasn't the talking points of the league, and they was balling.
But we were paying attention to them, though.
So be honest.
Yeah.
Who's paying? Oklahoma's been the best team for the last 2 years in the West.
Yeah.
Nobody respects it.
Shea been the best team in the past 2 years.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, there's no way that you're going to open up your morning show talking about Oklahoma. And we already know Cleveland is Cleveland. Hell, let's shout out to Joakim Noah. Hell, even when they was at their peak LeBron, MVP
Yeah.
LeBron, it took them to win 60-something games for them to be in
Yeah.
the regular
yeah.
coverage.
Yeah.
So even now with Cleveland being number one, I've watched inside the NBA. Shaq was like, I'm still taking Boston. So if your panel don't even respect Cleveland, why would they talk about them?
Yeah, it's tough.
It don't make sense. Are y'all talking about sports on a podcast about shitty fan bases? How ironic. Whoever you are on YouTube, thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, but
It's just a rant. That's all it
it's
is.
just we typically go on these tangents and where we just
I
go
love
off,
it.
off
I love
topic
it.
and
Every now
stuff.
and
Like
then.
for example, Jokic. You mentioned SGA. Jokic just locked up the MVP. What he did last night.
What he did last night was amazing.
I don't think he did.
I think he did.
I think he got closer.
I think he.
I don't think he locked it up.
That's. I don't think will we ever see something like this ever.
Yeah, I think OKC's number one in the West.
But because of Westbrook, they don't appreciate having the best record no more.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this. I'm glad you said that. So last night, Joker, first ever 30, 20, and 20. We love it. We love the numbers.
Crazy, man.
Westbrook averages a triple-double. He's stat padding. That shit don't count. Somebody says LeBron led both teams in the NBA Finals in every statistical category. Points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals. Who gives a shit? He lost. But it's like, that's a part of this cult shit that we talking about. The narrative in the media right now is we have this newfound respect and love and appreciation for what the international basketball player is doing.
Yeah.
Even though history has shown us it may not be to the magnitude of a 30, 20, and 20, but we've seen players that go out and get a statistical dominating performance. Mm-hmm. Oh man, fuck Westbrook. He's chasing stats. It don't matter. Fuck LeBron. LeBron got a fucking triple-double on his career. 40, 10, and 10, literally 40,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists, and we do not fucking care. But last night was the best thing we've ever seen since fucking Michael Jordan jumping from the free throw line, as if Dr. J didn't do that either. Yeah, fuck Jordan. I'm on his ass today. I'm on his ass.
All right, so let me do I'm gonna do my five. And mine is gonna be a mix of sports and music and
go for
politics. So actually, my five is going to be Kendrick Lamar fans and Drake fans. Put both of those two together. And the reason why I put that, mind you, I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan.
Speak up a little bit so we hear you.
So I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan, but I'm not someone who will go out and go crazy like some of these people have been going crazy with it. And actually, I'm gonna tie this one into my number 4. I tied these two, and I'm also gonna put Nicki Minaj fans and the reason why I'm putting 5 and 4 together is they're all doing the same thing. They're all just speaking, cussing each other out. I've seen someone dox someone before. I mean, they got that person's address, put it on social media, have people show up, and it's stuff like that, bro. It's one thing when you want to discuss, who's the better artist and things like that, but it's a totally different thing when you start introducing personal information like where I live, that part is where I don't agree with it. And I've seen it from Drake fans. I've seen it with Kendrick Lamar fans. I see it more with the Barbs. That's what they call them. The Nicki Minaj fan, the Barbs. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, when do we say enough's enough? Like, there was a video, and mind you, the Twitter handle was like a Barbs fan, whatever, and it has Nicki Minaj's picture. This is a Caucasian man behind that post, behind this account, making these type of comments, bro. A lot of these stan comments that have these pictures of like Nicki Minaj and all that, these are men. These ain't women. These are, Caucasian men who are behind this. And it's like this is just scary. And like he literally showed up to this person's house. Oh, you want to talk shit about Nicki? What's up? Come fight me. Dude called the police, and you see him being arrested. But that's how idiotic and they think these people are lunatics, and
Yeah.
it's scary.
Hold on real quick. Do you think on the field play should be the only consideration for an athlete, or off the field stuff? I think they should be separate. This is somebody that's on the YouTube live. I think that's a great question.
On the field play, should it be? I disagree. I think that you have to take in everything into account. That's just my personal opinion.
But even with that, when you think about, we in Louisville, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
And when people start, I even hated that GOAT debate. And when people started putting Floyd and stuff like that, and then this whole undefeated thing, it's like, to me, that cannot be the end all be all.
I mean, Marciano was undefeated. Like, this is like, Floyd got a perfect point when he say this. TBE, the best ever. This is the best we've ever seen. Outside of YouTube, have you ever seen Muhammad Ali have a fight?
No.
We only going off of highlights. It's just like this generation looking at Michael Jordan now. We only going off of highlights. You can't really base whatever your thought process is on a certain athlete just by a highlight. We actually watched.
And I think that's what separates a lot of it too. But going back to what they're saying, I honestly feel like a lot of people use off the court stuff to try to justify it, because the biggest thing that gets on my nerves as well is, well, don't nobody wear LeBrons, Jordan. I'm like, I hold on, because I fall into this category as well. I just got the flu games the other day.
Lucky motherfucker.
Do you know how many times I've had the flu games?
Probably about 13 times.
Every time
it's
they
like,
come out.
Right.
That damn near puts me in the cult as well, because it's like, bruh, you keep repackaging and selling us the same shit over and over and over and over, because you're this superhero to most people. And even though they're not comfortable, the price can go up to $1 zillion. We're still going to line up for it. That is cult behavior, bro.
But you have to think about this. You have to take this into consideration. You a shoe collector.
I love shoes. It has nothing to do with Michael Jordan.
Right. You a shoe collector. Everybody else is just getting them just to be getting them.
Yeah, you got shoes that you don't even wear. You got them wrapped up.
Yeah, them Kentucky Timbs right there.
Shout out to Malik Monk. Those are autographed, ladies and gentlemen.
I like them. Like,
Malik Monk signed them, so they ain't going nowhere.
The same boots Neil Armstrong wearing in '68 when he went to the moon, man.
But I'm saying, it's like, people will use that, okay? And I'm gonna get back to you, Avery. People will use the sale of Jordans, but then if I say LeBron opened up a school, LeBron's giving back to the community,
Ain't nobody talking about that.
Oh, that's just a fucking tax write-off. LeBron's kid, like, I literally just the other day saw an article, and this whole chat was making fun of these kids and their test scores. But if you watch the documentary that's about how this school came about and was created, that entire school are for kids that was already struggling in the classroom. This is a more hands-on approach to give them incentives to increase their test scores. And if you do that, then at the finish line, there's a college scholarship waiting on you.
Yeah.
In terms of being a philanthropist, what's the word? I can't say it.
Philanthropist.
Yeah. It's apples and oranges when you start talking Mike and LeBron.
Yeah.
But going back to this question, it's like, does off the court stuff matter?
I will say this. I say that to people in sports media, apparently it does, because they've used off the court, off the field issues to prevent certain individuals from attaining certain roles and certain achievements. For example, Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Easily.
But because of his off the field, just his locker room, his, they said, no, we're not going to put him, he's a team obliterator. That man has.
You're 2 and 3 in every statistical category in receiving, and you're not in the Hall of Fame.
Not first ballot.
Not first ballot.
Like, you make this man wait.
It's crazy.
He's one of the greatest receivers of all time.
That's the
Arguably,
politics in
it
it
depending
all.
on who you on any given day.
And no knock to Megatron, but there's no way in hell he should have gotten the Hall of Fame before T.O.
That's valid.
He should not have been the first ballot.
That's valid. Like I said, go
And they
ahead,
did-
man.
yeah,
I
they
didn't
did
mean
the
to
same
cut you
thing
off.
with baseball and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You know, there's certain individuals they can't even prove.
I mean, but you know,
yeah,
like,
they can't even prove
I
that they
mean,
use steroids, but they
I
go
don't
ahead.
know, man,
yeah,
because you know Barry Bonds, you know,
but David Ortiz,
got a button up white beater.
David Ortiz though, like David Ortiz was.
I don't know why he ain't in there yet.
He is in there.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's what I'm saying. They
Who?
use,
Bonds?
no
Nah,
Bonds
David
is not.
Ortiz.
No,
Nah,
David
I was
Bonds
gonna,
ain't
I was
in
gonna
there
say, I was
yet.
like, when?
Yeah, but it's like, oh no, he's not getting it.
It's crazy because like they talking about lifting that ban for
For
Pete Rose. But fucking dead. You gonna wait till this
He
man die?
He gambled on the game.
You gonna wait till this man die? He's
Hey,
rolling
hey,
over
hey,
in
hey,
his
hey,
grave right now.
Drop
Ain't
him
nothing
off.
wrong with gambling.
Gambling.
bro.
We know that. But my thing is, you wait
Parlays.
till this man die
To
to
Fix this.
fucking
try and fix this.
I
take away
love-
that ban away.
I love LeBron and Jordan. I do not care if they ate children, just what they did or how they played. That's
Ate
that's
children.
that's fair.
He said hate or eight?
Eight.
But
Hey, brother.
Jeffrey
hey,
Dahmer.
man. Hey.
shout out to Jeffrey Dahmer, man.
Hey, bro. That's some Hannibal Lecter right there. Okay.
But honestly though, all jokes aside, I respect that though because it's like why can't you appreciate
what
both?
they've done on the court? That's it.
It's
Just
crazy.
what they did in the field. So okay.
I mean, we don't care about his son, man, cokehead and all that, smoking that black man. We don't care about all that. We don't care.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Where was
All
you
right,
at?
I'm on three.
Three.
I'm on three. I actually mine was going to be not like LeBron haters. That was my number three. And just because like individuals like Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, you know, they made a career.
A whole career.
A career
That man got
off-
100 million,
off
bro.
this. It is like there's no way that these individuals like Fox Sports 1 banked a lot of their on Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless banked a lot on LeBron, and they made a whole lot of money off this career. It's like, what's going to happen when he retires?
It's a wrap.
Yeah, like you know,
Even
what
though
you gonna
he
do
ain't got
then?
a show, Skip Bayless.
Oh yeah, but still, though, he at the time.
I do not follow Skip Bayless, but for some reason, every night
Mhm.
his posts and shit when he go live shows up on my
Shows up on your
timeline.
thing, yeah.
It's crazy. Ain't it?
I'm like, dude. The other night, me and you had talked on the phone about the will to win and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and I'm watching that Knicks game, and I'm like, Luka in that third quarter was struggling. Early in the fourth quarter, he was struggling. The Lakers was losing. LeBron hit some big shots, made some key passes to Vincent. They go into overtime. In overtime, Luka set the tone. 5 quick points. The game ended with LeBron making 4 free throws and grabbing pivotal rebounds. And then you get online, Luka saved LeBron's ass again. And I'm just like, bruh, this is Skip Bayless.
Mm-hmm.
And you've made a career out of just getting on the internet saying the most outlandish shit that has nothing to do with evaluating the game of basketball that we just watched for 48 plus minutes because it went into overtime.
Yeah.
If you're not going to critique the game in a fair manner, then what are we talking about? Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So my number two, I was going to say UK fans. I was going to use the sports one, but you had made a post the other day, and it got me thinking. And my number two is individuals who subscribe to rap culture. And I say this as someone who is a part of that and who loves rap music. But recently, I don't know if everyone knows this story, but there was a story of this rapper in Texas who was gunned down. Not only was he gunned down, but his 5-year-old kid was gunned down too. And like the fact that you have individuals who are currently out there who would just even believe that this is something that's even remotely okay is shocking. Everyone, I don't care, black, white, Hispanic, everyone, their parents should come out here and be totally 100% against this. and it's like you don't see people speaking up on this matter like they should. And it's like I read today that the two individuals, these two suspects, previously they've been in trouble with the law before.
Yeah.
And it's like
One dude assaulted a pregnant woman.
yeah, one dude attempted to bro, one dude shot someone, and it's like, so the system's fucking up. We have this culture that people are subscribed to, where it's violence, it's drug related, it demonizes women, and it's just ridiculous, man. Don't get me wrong, I love rap music. I've listened to rap on the way over here, but at the same time, bro, it's like these young kids,
We've been programmed to make it acceptable.
like
And chalk it up
guns,
as, oh man, that's
it's
just
a
a
street
hood.
life. Yeah, it's the hood
Yeah.
life, and that goes into not only that we listen to, but what we view, what we see.
Right.
People see, Power and Snowfall and BMF and all that, so they think that's, they want to live that life. Like, come on, bro.
Shout out to DJ. I think you was here. We did an episode where we was like, we glorified the wrong shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a part of the issue, I feel like. And you're right. I consume some of the most craziest music, hardcore, this and that, but it never made me want to go out and reenact it. But going to this story that you're talking about, I saw it the other day, and literally like 2 or 3 days went by before it made a bigger headline. I saw Charlemagne gave them donkey of the day or whatever. But I'm like, this should have created public outrage from coast to coast. And it's like, when is enough? But like I was saying that day we did the episode, it's like I made that post, few people liked it, few people commented and said something. But other than that, it was crickets. But if I go on there and say Michael Jordan ain't shit, I'll have 100 comments.
And that's exactly what happened with my post. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly
It'll have
what happened.
100 comments.
People will only entertain what they feel is, beneficial.
Accountability does not exist.
And we've all been a part of that. I'm guilty of it as well. Because I've seen stuff that people will post like, you know what, I don't want to discuss this right now, or I don't want to think about it. We put stuff on the back burner. At the end of the day, a lot of stuff that's going on right now, it needs our attention. We need to be speaking on these matters.
But let me ask you this. And we ain't gonna be here too much longer. Like I said, Peyton got a soccer game.
Yeah.
I feel like, yes, you put blame on the culture, you put blame on us in terms of we're constantly glorifying this type of stuff. But you got to think, a lot of these labels and stuff, they're not ran by us. They're not pushed by us.
That's true.
So when you get a Sexy Red and all this and that, it's an agenda, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, people have called Sexy Red an industry plant. They've called her a plant.
This boils down to, what will people do for a large sum of money? I'll go out here and promote and push some of the most negative things, knowing that it's going to poison our little boys and girls and have them out here doing some of the craziest shit. I could care less, because guess what? I saw her at a Atlanta Hawks game with 50,000 cash sitting there. And it's like, they know exactly who to push and who to push out. Because when you get a female artist like a Rhapsody or somebody who's promoting a positive image, you don't hear their music. It don't get radio play. So it's like, there's a lot of people that you hold accountable for, quote unquote, our culture, but they're behind the scenes. We're too fucking stupid to not see who's behind the damn cover. Pull the cover back and see who's really manipulating us, and shit will change. That's just my opinion. But you can hold the culture accountable, but in reality, there's people behind the curtains.
Oh yeah, but I add those people as well. So that's my number 2, and then my number 1 is Republicans, or excuse me, the MAGA vote. No, Republicans. Fuck it, Republicans. And the reason why I say that is because, hey, bro, I'm at that point. unlike you, I get political, and that's just how it is. For the past, we're going on what, almost 10 years now. We've seen this country change in a way that has been um, detrimental to what we've been trying to achieve as a nation globally. Um, you have individuals in positions of authority who make decisions that are only worried about the top 1%.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about, it's a money thing. But these individuals need everyone else on that side to vote for them. And it's like, you're voting for someone who's 100% against your interests.
Yeah.
But because they speak in a way that engages your insecurities, you're going to, you're going to give them your vote. Like, racism is a huge key, key in this country. It's something that they use to, push the masses into believing whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
They had this man get on national television and he yelled and screamed that they're eating dogs and cats in Ohio, and they ate that shit up. Like, that's insane. That alone, the fact that you got people out here who making these type of statements, and you got social media, the Elon Musk, Facebook now, they're all Trump supporters who are pushing this message. And these people are too stupid to just sit down and use their common sense for 5 minutes. How the hell is somebody going to be eating dogs and cats on that level? And there's no evidence of it.
But all of this goes back to show you that I don't want to put it in a box of maybe it's just a mental disorder or something like that, but it does show you how outside influences really do determine how people think and can influence which way you swing or sway towards point A or point B. And that's why I was just like, if you don't have the ability to just walk down the middle and say, hey, there are some things that Democrats do that I don't necessarily agree
absolutely,
with.
absolutely. And you got to be able to call them out. And it's been plenty of times I've said stuff about when Obama was in office, there was stuff he did I disagree with. When Biden was in office, he's done stuff I disagree with. When Kamala Harris, when she was on her campaign and she made comments I disagree with, I spoke up on that. They don't speak up about that man when he make those mistakes.
And
he
that's
cannot
when you
do
get the cult.
any wrong in that eyes. And that's where you got that cult. You got people who are willing to go to the Capitol building on the day they're trying to certify the election and break into the. We've never seen something like that. You had a woman shot and killed because she ignored a warning from a freaking law enforcement officer. Don't cross that point. Do not cross this point. If you do, I am going to shoot you. And she still went across that line and got shot. But yet she's a hero among MAGA.
That's a cult.
That is a cult, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the perfect definition.
That is
of
a cult. And I do not want to subscribe to that. I am not a part of that. I think that that cult should be let me shut up.
That's why I said
let me shut up. Because I say if I want to say I'm going to have Secret Service agents outside my door.
But the thing is, and even now, I hold myself accountable because, like I said, the first term, I was willing to turn a cheek. I'm like, if that's who you riding with, then whatever. I'm not going to judge you. I didn't go on this deleting spree or nothing like that.
Like everybody else did, yeah.
But then this second time around, and then when I started hearing people say, oh, well, my pastor said that if we truly believe in this and that, then we would vote for Trump. And I'm like, how are you putting Trump and religion in the same category? And I'm not a Bible thumper, but it's just simply, again, treating people with human decency.
Just the respect that they deserve, not because they have the same amount of money or no, just because they are human, they deserve that.
Sandals don't approve that message.
No.
It's crazy, bro.
That's
but
wow.
This is these next, and what's crazy is, bro, it hasn't even been 100 days.
Nah, it ain't.
So it's like we've got all this going on, this big push, this DIE push, DEI push, DIE, DIE. But technically, hey, bro, think about it though. Them planes been dropping off the sky more than normal.
And that's why I'm walking everywhere.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'll say this, and we can wrap it up. This country wouldn't be in the position if they just let that black woman lead it, but we'll see, man.
Is it selfish to have the thing in your mind and your heart to where it's like, I want it all to just backfire, even though we're going to be impacted by it as well. It impacts us all, but it's like at the rate that he's going,
you just want to just sit there.
This is just like,
just because what can you do?
I can't wait to see all this pie in the face.
Yeah, but it's like, for me, the scary part is bad. It's like, how bad can it get? I feel like 2016, 2020 was horrible, but now that you have everything else that's going on, you got what Ukraine and Russia, you got what's going on in Israel and Gaza, and it's like, it's scary to believe that this man, because he has nothing to lose, he can act in a way where he doesn't have to worry about being reelected because he can't be reelected. A lot of these first-term presidents, first-term individuals, the reason they move the way they move is because they want to get a second term. So they're a little bit more cautious. He doesn't have to be cautious. That's why he's doing all this stuff. That's why these executive orders is coming out. He's banning, he's removing all these people from different countries. Like he removed temporary protective statuses for Venezuela. He's moved temporary protective status for Ukrainians. And it's like, he wouldn't have done this in 2016, 2020 because he'd have been more cautious. He has nothing to lose now. So he's moving in a way where, right, I'm going to enact my agenda. And my agenda is, I want to be America first, which is going to be a white nationalist nation. That's it.
It's crazy, man. And like I said, dope conversation. I try not to do the politics thing because even for myself, I don't follow it enough to just sit down and have a formal conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I do pay attention enough to just understand that how you're breaking a lot of the relationships with a lot of these other places,
our allies that we've had for hundreds of years,
based on a lot of your decisions and how you talking to people, bro. There's active service men and women whose lives you are potentially playing with, and they got to go cash a check that your ass is sitting here writing. And I feel like it's easy for those of us that are not active military people to sit behind a keyboard and spew a bunch of shit and give your opinions and stuff. But it's the people that are active
who actually have to go out here
that have to go out here and do that. And I was like, man, it's so disrespectful. And the path that we're heading down, like you said, it is scary, bro. And I'm like, if that don't give you the perfect example of what a cult is, then I don't know. Because how do you sit down? I don't care if you're the president or not. You sit down and you're scolding another human being, adult, pointing all in that man's face and all that.
The president,
and I'm just like,
like the way he was talking to him, bro. This is another head of state. This ain't no kid you talking to, bro. He's in the same position that you are for a different country, bro. How dare you? And then he has his vice president right there with him
talking crazy.
And now if he would have swung on him,
talking crazy,
it'd have been an act of war. So, but yeah, that's. I'll say this, for everything that Bush has done over the years, he would never done anything like this. He doesn't have that capability to be have the decency. He just doesn't have it. He's just an arrogant piece of shit.
He had that wingtip thrown at him.
Thank you for lightening the mood, man. That's what we needed right there.
Nigga
he
hit
ducked
that
that
Matrix. Hit that
Duck
Neo
bitch
duck.
teeth.
Perfect segue right there,
I
man.
tell you.
Dope conversation. Y'all gonna have to come back because I really want to talk about this Denzel stuff. We ain't got time
Oh
today.
yeah.
I think that should be a whole its own episode.
I'm free. I'm free next week.
I'm off for the next 10 days.
I'm free next week because we got to have that conversation because I refuse to believe that Jamie Foxx was where he was at in that list.
Number 10.
That was so
Crazy.
disrespectful. So disrespectful to that man.
So that gives us all the reason to pull back up.
We'll definitely be back.
I appreciate y'all taking the time out of y'all day to do this, man. I'm starting to get more and more feedback and people that's chiming in. Like I said, I have no idea who any of these people are that was watching the YouTube.
We appreciate y'all. We absolutely appreciate y'all.
Definitely, thank you. Hit that subscribe button, man. The goal is to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. And
Where you at right now?
almost 725 or 730.
Yeah. That's an attainable goal. We just gotta
Keep popping.
keep pumping.
And just enjoying and having conversation. Like these are real conversations, bro. We ain't got no notes, no nothing. The liquor wasn't talking. I got a little bit in my cup, but
See, I got 2 cups over.
This man over here. That's why you got the black shades on the.
Got the cheese eye Jordan. That's what I'm looking like right now.
Man.
He ain't got the blade jacket on.
Nah,
it's close. They got the new blade.
Yeah.
Oh,
That day he called you butter knife though.
it's crazy. It's crazy, but definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we are out.
Ass toasted, no competition. Amisha toasted. I feel so high, I feel so live. My body's in the twine. Amisha toasted. I feel so live, and I know why. That I can't deny. Amisha toasted. Goody, fine wine, fools, malt liquor. Wish me I'm high class.